Hello, all. Well, I already did my unboxing, and something happened. I had to delete the video. But today in the mail, I got Alias Season 5 from one seller on eBay. So now I have the complete series of Alias, Jennifer Gardner. And I got, for the Atari 7800, Barnyard Blaster, new in the box, sealed. So now, yesterday was not a good day. I'm going to take you for a walk over here to that other. If you remembered my package that I got last week, I bought this gun. Now, I have Meltdown down there. Yeah, I have Meltdown down there. Now, last week I tried to play crossbow and I won it. Now, the gun, I'm going to show you this because I have it plugged in. There's Meltdown. Now, one player, I hit novice. Now, nothing shows up on screenwise, so I press the button again, and 4, 5, nothing. Nothing. It's not registered. I'm trying to press up on the thing up there, nothing. There's no cursor, nothing going anywhere. Now, I got no clue, because I know it doesn't work on crossbow for the 78, and now it doesn't really work on here. It's showing that the trigger works, but I'm not sure if this works. I tried getting a hold of Macari yesterday. Well, they went and left the buyer. Not when I got this and said it didn't work on crossbow, I notified the buyer. I mean, not the buyer, the seller. And I sent the seller a message saying, listen, I tried it on my 2600. I tried it on my 7800. I have crossbow for both of them. I have the 2600 version of crossbow. I have the 7800 version of crossbow. And it didn't work. In fact, there was a little cursor, and as soon as I got it, it went right up to the top of the screen. And it registered that the gun was plugged in, but it didn't work. So I said, what games does this work on? Well, he told me Barnyard Blaster. There was another game that I can't remember. He told me Meltdown. He told me Sentinel. Sentinel I can't afford. But I bought Meltdown, and today so I got Barnyard Blaster, which I'm not going to open that. But the Meltdown I opened because the box was beat up. So I was like, okay, I don't want to keep it sealed. I want to see if this game works. So yesterday I did it. Well, in the meantime, after 3 days had passed, Macari actually left the guy positive feedback on me. Now, I don't agree with that. You should not do positive feedback because you 3 days after you got it, what happens if you bought it as a present and you're giving it to somebody in a week or 2 weeks from now and you're giving it and it doesn't work or it's broken, you never opened it or something, and I can't. They won't let me return the gun, and they won't give me my money back on a defective product. I wrote them, said, listen. I told the seller the day I got it, there's something wrong with it. I went and I bought another game to make sure. I tried it on 2 games that support the Atari 7800 light gun. And it doesn't work for either one of them. Oh, we don't care. You left them positive feedback. And I wrote them back. I said, you left them positive feedback, not me. Well, the transaction is closed. And he goes, well, here's a 10% off coupon. I'm like, I lost $28, almost $29 on this light gun. So yesterday I had to open up a PayPal. And I decided too with Macari, I bought off of Macari once, a couple over the course of time. I think I had one NES game that I bought that ended up being canceled by the seller. Nothing happened against this because you can't leave negative feedback against these people. I had another game, Sea Hunt for the 2600. It was $7, and after the $4 in shipping, it came out to like almost $11. So, or was it almost $12? It was over $11, right around the $11 mark. And 10 days and it wasn't showing nothing. And lo and behold, I sent the guy a message. Oh, it shipped out. Well, I'm like, okay. He says he'll provide a tracking number. 4 days later, he provides a tracking number, and it was just generated one. And I sent the guy a message: cancel my thing, cancel my transaction because you lied to me 4 days ago. I don't want. And of course, I notified Macari. This is like around December. I did this. Macari said, "Oh, well, he'll get suspended." He never got suspended. And if you look at his history, he's done it not only to me, he's done it to like at least a dozen people. And I've noticed this about them. They're not a buyer-friendly site. Because like me, when I on eBay, I'm always complaining about how eBay, when I buy stuff, my rating when it comes to buying stuff should be at least 1,000 ratings better than what it is, because when I buy stuff, the seller don't take the time to do it. But when I get stuff, I pretty much leave feedback, good or bad. Most of it's 99% of the time I leave great feedback. It's always been a good transaction. I always put down great transaction. That's my go-to. And if the guy doesn't leave me, I always put down great transaction. Please leave me positive feedback as well. Thank you. And of course, about 20% of the people I buy from, or maybe 25, a quarter of them, don't ever leave me feedback, even when I leave that as a message. So that can show you how ignorant they are. And of course, if anybody should, be thinking, as soon as you buy something, your part in it is done. Everything is on the seller to make sure you're happy. That's eBay. Here, this Macari can care less. Everything's on the seller. I'm stuck with this light gun. They don't want to give me back my money. And here's another thing too with them. I have three things coming. And once they come, I already took my PayPal account off Macari. When I wrote PayPal, I said I'm no longer buying. Once I get the 3 things I ordered from them, I'm taking the app off my phone. I'm taking the app off my computer, and I'm telling them to go F off. I bought London Blitz for the 2600. It was complete in the box. I paid $40 for it. I bought that on the 31st of January. Still hasn't shipped out as of today. I looked at it, and I already sent the seller 2 messages. I sent Macari a thing yesterday too after I sent them the message, right? And they were like, "Oh, you can cancel the transaction." I'm like, I want the product. Why do I want to cancel a transaction that the seller is supposed to ship to me? Because I paid for it already. Went through PayPal. They got the money for it, and it already came out of my bank. So I have an NES game coming, and I have 2 Atari games from the same seller. And when they come in, I hope there's no problems with them. I'm done with Macari. I can care less what anybody says, because I've had 3 games not shipped, canceled. The sellers are still selling. Never got a slap on the hand. Never did nothing. And now got an item, doesn't work, and I'm stuck with it. And I'm hoping PayPal reimburses me the money, because I bought this on Macari because it was $20-some. The same light gun on eBay is like $50, $60. And I don't understand, it's like, believe it or not, there's 2 more of these light guns up on Macari, but I won't buy on Macari, not again. In fact, I took everything that I watched off my list. I changed my screen. My name, and I used to have a description about me, how I have my YouTube that says I collect cards, comics, toys, everything. I wrote down, this site does not care about its buyers. I wrote it on, that's in my description. I'm like, that's how I left it. I'm like, and I wrote down what they did. I said, I've already had 3 or 4 transactions canceled by the seller after a week or 2 of purchasing it. They never shipped it out. And to me, that's a big red flag on a site. Uh, if you buy something from somebody, if they don't have it shipped out within a week, say you buy it on a Monday, figure the guy works Monday through Friday. If you can't get to the post office Saturday morning, then there's something wrong. Or go on his lunch break during the week. So if you buy it on Monday and he hasn't shipped it out by Saturday, there's something wrong. That's the way I look at things. You know, it have to be shipped out. Usually, you know, when somebody buys something off of me, I ship it out the next day. I try to be the golden rule. How would I want to be treated when I buy something from somebody? That's how I try to give them the, you know, the service that I get. Like when I do a comic book, I leave tabs so they can open. It's easier. I make sure it's packed well. But yeah, I'm going through a massive headache with them over the game. This thing and that. I'm like done. Every time I've had a problem with eBay, yes, it's been hassles and sometimes I had to go back. It took a week. I've always got my money back, or I send the product and I got a new one. And that's how it's been. Other than that, Keegan's got the Pinewood Derby. I'll show you his car that we did. Let me go over here. I should have just. He won. So we did a Batman car. Gave it fins. And then Anthony, we were playing D&D, so we are. I actually did a bunch of basing of miniatures. Yes, that is Tila from He-Man. He painted most of these. I painted the gargoyle, the guy in the cage. He did the angel. But I also did the Minotaur back there too. I forgot I did him. But that's it. Got a lot of work down here to do. My dad was supposed to come down today, and he couldn't because my stepmom fell and slipped and broke her shoulder. And I feel bad because anytime you're up in age, breaking a bone is not good. So now I'm going to be worried about if she's okay. Because Emma's a good person. I don't know when Stanley will get my loose Atari cabinet done, but hopefully this week I'll get the rest of the boards going across my ceiling, so I can start taking a lot of the games and putting them up there out of the way, so I can free up game space on the wall and movie space. Because what I plan to do is have the Ataris on the rack, doing the Intellivisions up top, the ColecoVision, then doing like the Nintendo, like NES, Super NES, have each row be a game system, GameCube. A lot of the systems I don't play much that I can actually just, you know, get this chair, the step stool, and just go up there and grab. Because I already have up there, I have the Xbox One, PS4, PS3 games, PS2 games are up there. But I decided this was all non-utilized space. I decided, hey, get boards, screw them up in things, and make like shelves, and I can utilize that dead space. And maybe I'll paint the bottom of the boards white because white reflects light, makes it a little bit brighter down here. So I'm thinking about doing that. So this way, you know, I'll have plenty of room for the games because I want to rip apart the entertainment center, get the television mounted, get the speakers put on the wall, and actually start getting some kind of setup for my entertainment center to get started and to get built. But that does it for this edition. And as always, I thank you guys for reviewing and subscribing. King Joe out.